We're back. Anyways, example 4. Let's find the product of this. Let's take a look. You have a binomial, 2 terms, times a trinomial, 3 terms. I always like to take the binomial times the trinomial, even if they put it behind the actual trinomial. So let's take 4x and distribute it to each one of these terms. So 4x times 2x. 4 times 2 is 8. And x to the first, x to the second gets me x to the third. 4x times 5x. So 4 times 5 gets me 20. And x times x gets me x to the second. 4x times negative 1. Well, 4 times negative 1 is negative 4, and we can't forget the x. Now, that one's done. Let's take negative 3 times each one of these terms. So negative 3 times 2 is negative 6x squared. Negative 3 times 5 is negative 15 and x. Negative 3 times negative 1 makes it a positive 3. Now let's look for opportunities for like terms. Are there any other x to the third powers in here? Nope. So we write 8x to the third power as part of our final answer. Done with it. Pause my video. Dog bark. All right, we're back. So we have a number with a variable leading a coefficient, and the variable has a second power. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and find another one. There we go. This one has the same exact power. Let's combine these two terms because they're like terms. 20 minus 6. Well, let's see. 20 minus 6 would be a 14. So we write 14x squared. We finished those. I crossed them out. And now we have negative 4x and negative 15x. If we combine those, we get a negative 19x. Remember, if things are alike, if the terms are alike, negative and negative, we combine them. All right, let's do plus 3 at the end because we already finished with those, and we only have one constant, so we put plus 3, and that one's finished. All right, so this is done the exact same manner as any other problem. We just distribute. Now, there is a way to memorize this. Some people call it FOIL. When you're doing a binomial times binomial, taking 2x times the first term, taking 2x times the last term, they sometimes call that outer. I just want you guys to be aware of that. And taking the second term times the first term, and then the second term times the last term here, sometimes they call this FOIL, just so you're aware of that. All right. I want you guys pause your video and try distributing these 3 different problems and find your final product. Welcome back. Let's see how you did. This one, when you finished, should be this answer. Hopefully you showed all your work so you can get full credit. And number 5 should be this answer. And number 6 should be this answer. Hope you did well on this. Let's take a look at the next question. Example 6 is just a word problem. The dimensions of a rectangle are x plus 3 and x plus 2. So that's the width and length. So how do you find the area of this rectangle? You just multiply the two numbers. Well, these aren't numbers, they're actually expressions. But we're going to do the same method as what you have just been practicing. You simply take x times this term, you get x squared. X times 2, you get 2x. Work on the second term, 3 times x, 3x, and 3 times 2 is 6. Look for like terms and combine them to be 5x. And here's your final answer. So it would have been B. All right. This is what it would graph like. It's going to look like a parabola. We haven't seen those yet. We'll be working on those soon, actually graphing these. Pause your video and give this a try. Oh, I'm sorry. I already gave you the answer, didn't I? Oh, well. I will see you tomorrow.